become the fad every single Monday. No, it's not Monday morning quarterback, but Monday morning, man, I wish I had that guy on my fantasy team. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz with you on the Professional Grade Players, presented by GMC. This year, it's a little different. Still look at the guys that did exceptionally well, but not broken down by position. Instead, three categories. Guys that you expected to do well and did, those that you hoped would do well based on matchups, and then guys that, well, came out of nowhere. But this week we start with a separate category, and that being resurrection. By now you know Randy Moss had a great game in his Patriots debut, 183 yards and a touchdown, with the 183 being the third highest total in his career. But break it down even further, the yardage already a third of what he had in all of 2006 back in Oakland. Of course, you know how bad that offense was. All right, to the expected, and not so much that there weren't questions heading into the season about Ben Roethlisberger, but expected more so because he was playing the Browns. Pittsburgh had won 7 straight versus Cleveland, now 8, and Cleveland with one of the worst secondaries in the league. Roethlisberger, a career-high 4 touchdown passes. That'll help you win a lot of games. All right, now to the hopeful. And those that drafted Tony Romo and Eli Manning had to hope they could overcome their poor performances to end last season. Certainly did that in Week 1. Power performance on each side of the ball in what was the highest scoring game ever between the Giants and Cowboys. The two QBs combined for 9 total touchdowns and nearly 660 yards through the air. And then we get to our can you do it again category. The guys that weren't the top fantasy picks, maybe not picked at all, but had some of the best weeks. Adrian Peterson, a Vikings rookie rushing record, also had a lob through the air thanks to a long touchdown screen. How about Chris Brown and his career high, which led the league as far as rushing yards through Sunday's games? He was only started in 1% of CBS Sports fantasy leagues. And then there's Ronald Curry, really picking it up for Josh McCown, 5th highest receiving total on Sunday. He also had a touchdown. But again, can those guys do it week in, week out, or was it just matchups that allowed them to become power performers? We'll find out as the weeks progress. That does it for Week 1 of the Professional Grade Players presented by GMC. But for all your fantasy information, including the best matchups for Week 2, be sure to read Jamie Eisenberg and Dave Richard only here on CBSSports.com. I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.